Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So, it's chilled down a bit in here. Today, massive thank you to Mr. Beery Beast in the East, the Instagram legend, who gifted me both the beer and the glass. So, thank you very much. So tonight, I get to review what I think is probably the best Christmas beer in the UK. The only one that comes close that I've not had for years, because you simply can't get hold of it, is Shepherd Neame's Christmas Ale. Shepherd Neame though these days, maybe not. if anything, what they've done to their beers is anything to go by. Anyway, not to digest on other breweries. Here we are. So, drank at shed temperature, which is a little bit on the cold side. We're 7 or 8 degrees in there tonight. It's about the same temperature it's been all day, to be fair. So, Christmas Ale. Toffee and caramel aromas with rich Christmas spice flavour. 7%. Got to be honest, I would love them to do a beer kit of this. Whether they'd be able to, whether they'd have to charge a tenner more, like do a £30. I'd pay 30 quid for a kit of this and the winter ale. But in any case, a copper-coloured, smooth, fruity and full-bodied ale. Aromas of toffee and caramel leading to rich and smooth flavours of Christmas fruits and spices. The perfect companion for Christmas savouries, sweets and snacks. Brewed obviously by St Peters Brewery. I went there in March on it was a cool day, to be fair, and wet if memory serves me correctly. Don't know what that was. So, cracking glass, as you can see. Came in a gift pack with the winter ale. I mean, 2 amazing beers. Here we go, look at that. All the way in. So looking at it, an amber looking pour, coppery amber pour. A finger of slightly off-white head, good carbonation going up through the glass. Toffee, caramel, fruitcake flavours. Something just moved in the background. It's when things move on their own and you look and you think, why is that moving? Right, let's dive in. Cheers all. I'm looking forward to this. Ooh. Toffee. Quite prominent at the front, the toffee is. Finally got my dream to go to the brewery. There was nobody around when we went, to be fair. It was a cold day. It was a wet day as well, if memory serves me correctly. In March of this year. I've done so much in this year. We've had a lot of fun this year. Fun's the opportune word, but we've had there's been a lot happen this year. I think that's the best way of saying it, isn't it? But life's a journey. And every day I woke up this morning and I was anxious to high heaven. Couldn't rest. Got to work. All of a sudden I'm at work, going for it, doing a full day's graft at work. Totally forgot about the anxiousness. I've no idea why I was anxious. Unless it was the imperial stout that I had before I went to bed. Which I shouldn't have had. But yeah, I went there this year, went to the brewery shop, got one of each of the beers, as you do. 2 mini kegs, because the mini kegs were for the wedding. Went down, a treat. The cream stout and the plum porter. In fact, I drank most of the cream stout at home. God knows why people didn't neck it. Absolutely amazing. Hence why I've brewed again. I don't know what keeps happening with my phone. Is it charging? If someone's chatting to me on a social media or something, keep my eye on that. But yeah, the brewery. You could see they were building more bits to the brewery. I've definitely seen cask, although I never had any cask at St Peters. We didn't, whether it was more around the Norwich area, we didn't go that far in. We was only there for a few days, so was it a long weekend? I can't remember now. Do you know something? Brain skedaddled at times. I think it might have been a long weekend, to be fair, going down on the Friday to the Monday. And that's why we only really went to Southwold. I don't remember it being a full week. It was a full week at Bridlington. So yeah. But yeah, in essence, and in any case, I didn't get me cask St Peters or even keg St Peters, but I did see the cask and key kegs as well. So I know to do it, as well as bottles, obviously, and mini kegs, lots of merch, and some fantastic beers nonetheless. I do wish that St Peters, if I was talking directly to anyone at St Peters, I do wish that you bring the mild back. I think it wasn't there when I went, unless it was the wrong time of the year. Apologies if it is, but I do feel that it's one of them beers. It made for a stronger selection box for Christmas. Like this time of the year, the ultimate selection box. I still think that having the ultimate selection box is one thing, but I still think a pick and mix box would be super ideal. Even if, like the Christmas ale and the winter ale, because they're slightly more stronger, or a little bit the pricing. So some beers, are a certain price when you order a mixed 12 pack, or beyond that, So here we go. Let's dive in. Oh, the aroma. Toffee's gone to the back now. A hint of caramel's come through, and the fruits have started to come through. Touch of spice as well, right at the back end. A little bit of spice just developed. There are moments when you know. I want to take a photo of this as well, but there are moments when you drink a beer that you absolutely love. This is just one of those beers. It's it's not no beer is everyone's cup of tea. We are all so different. Some of my greatest beers of all time. One, I'll never see them again, most likely, because they probably won't be brewed again. That's the craft beer world. The craft beer world sometimes can be slightly disappointing to me. Whereas I class St Peters as a modern traditional brewery, they call themselves a craft brewery, which, when you look at today's craft breweries, back probably 15 years ago, they were considered, 20 years ago, whenever, were considered more of a craft brewery. But obviously, times have changed, haven't they? So we that's why I'll call it a modern traditional. Fills that gap. Could you imagine this? 7% on cask. Oh. I mean, cask is king. Don't get me wrong. Getting a lovely warming feeling now. And in this shed, a warming feeling is nice. I need a warming feeling. Yeah. Oh. So today's Thursday the 16th. It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. She was born in 1992. 17th of November 1992. 16 hours in labour. Although I wasn't in labour for 16 hours, but the wife was. Got up early in the morning, drove to the hospital, city hospital, so it wasn't too far. I remember she wasn't coming out, and they got the forceps, and these bloody big things that they use. And I turned around to the doctor, says, "You're not sticking them inside, or are you?" You imagine some big, that, you know, where you get your chips. Well, he's got these, and obviously behind me here, yanking my daughter out. And, you know, you feel so, you know, you're worried about your wife, you're worried about your baby. And I remember when they gave the pain relief, the one in the back. I can't remember the name of it, to be fair. And got this big bloody needle out. And I fainted. I think half of it was both tiredness, hungry, standing around and that, but also the fact there was a big chuffing needle. And I dropped to the floor. Obviously woke up 2 seconds later, all good. Yeah, 31 years ago. Yeah, wow. So I am 53 now. So I was 22 at the time. And my daughter, she has her mental health issues. She's very clever. She whittles, and that's got 2 lovely grandchildren. I've got 2 lovely grandchildren. And they're both coming away from being babies. Lucas is now 4. Jacob is now 2. And it's like last night they came round. Joel, my son-in-law, was getting his seat, gaming seat that had been here for about 4 years, taking up space in my shed. Then again, shed's full of bloody presents and Reading stuff now anyway, so yeah, there's always something. It's just a dumping ground for other people's rubbish, not my own. Well, there is some of my own, obviously. But yeah, went out to the car because I was taking it out anyway, and I was going to the car for something, and I just took it up to the house. And I went to the car, and there they are, and both the kids then, "Grandad," and I tell you, I used to hate the word granddad. It's like, you're making me feel old, and you know. Yeah. Why do you think I wear a hat all the time when I do beer reviews? Because I can't stand big grey hair. I don't use just for men, like some of my friends that I know. It is what it is. You do what you do to survive, don't you? Yeah. Don't judge anybody else. It is what it is. But yeah, they were there, and the granddads, and the little jubilant look on the faces, that smile, just melts your heart. And yeah, got little cuddles off both of them, and yeah, oh, kids. But yeah, for 31 tomorrow. Crazy to think that she's only 9 years away from being 40. I'm only 9 years away from being 60 bleeding too. What's that about? Hey? The thing is, you know, when you look at older people, you think, oh, they're wise and they're knowledgeable. They haven't got the issues that we've got. That is such an absolute load of tosh. It is. You are no more grown up the older you get than you are when you're younger. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm any more grown up. Things annoy me just as much as they did as I was a 17-year-old. Obviously, you're a bit more liberal, and you stare and you think, yeah. I'm not saying the words, but yeah. And people's actions and reactions, and you notice things. I notice things all the time. I'm absolutely terrible. I notice when someone gives a dirty look and pulls a face, and I'm there and thinking, why'd you do that? Why did you do that? So I can see it. You've just alienated me now. You just showed me that what your personality, your true personality is like. There is the jokey side of things. There's always a jokey side. You know, I'm good for a joke. Yeah, it's in the state of my air. I mean, look at that. And this beardy, moustachy beard. Keep licking. I'm like that. And I'm looking at it thinking, why do people have facial hair? I can't stand it. I literally can't stand it. I just don't know why people do it. But people do it. That's up to them. But you know something? Apart from little blips, mental health, I'm stronger now than I've been for years. I'm more forward than I've been in years. And in some ways, I'm more forward than I've ever been. I was never a big one for going into pubs on my own, anything like that. Now I go to pubs. Pubs are my second home. Not in a weird way of saying, oh, I spend all my time in a pub, because I literally don't, you know. But I walk into a pub and I'm greeted by friends. And I'm not talking about the people in the pub. I may be talking about the bar staff, because I may know them through the online social media world. The world of social media is so important these days. But I'm talking about the beers. I walk into a pub and there's beers that I know and breweries that I know, and it's like, ooh, I'm amongst my friends in a weird way. And I know it's weird, but you're there and you're like, oh, what should we have? And you know, and this is the world. We'll talk about the world of social media. It's powerful. There are a lot of people like myself who regard social media not to pay bills or to further themselves. It's a hobby. This is a hobby. Always has been, always will be. But it's also a way of making friends. And across all social medias, be it TikTok, not so many on TikTok. TikTok's a weird platform. Threads is also a bit new. Twitter, not many people know me on Twitter, but certainly Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, for certain YouTube. And the friendships with breweries, such as St Peters Brewery, such as Berry Beast in the East, who gifted these to me, and my friendships, you know, literally worldwide friendships. People who watch the channel from all over the world, and it's amazing. You know, it's truly humbling. It's we're all on the journey. We all have. Sounds like someone's banging someone's door then. We're all on a journey. And that journey, you know, when you look at people who you know, go through really, really poor, bad times, and to know that there's something on the internet to help you, people to talk to. And as much as the world of beer is sometimes looked at in disdain, the world of beer was my saviour. Not for the fact of getting absolutely steaming every night, although I've had a few, obviously. But the world of beer gave me friends, gave me taste, gave me purpose to do beer reviews, to chat, to become stronger mentally, to talk to people. The world of beer is much more important than just a drink. Rattled there. The beers have time to breathe now, which is another reason for doing that. I call it, you know, let it breathe. Other people are calling it is waffling. Yeah, it's in what I say, there's a lot of truth, and journeys, everyone, journeys. And now, a flavour, the toffee, caramel, the fruit, a subtle, very subtle spice, and I'm not getting a lot of the ABV, to be honest. Even though it is a 7%er, I would say in room temperature, you would feel the ABV. I'll probably feel it more when I walk up the house, to be fair. But this is my little oasis, the beer room. Talking about beers, it's given me so many friends from all over, from breweries. Doing positive reviews, not just being someone who says, "Oh, I'm pouring that down the drain." Yeah, you can do that just to get views, and not for me. No. Try and see positive. There are some beers out there, however, that are very challenging. Yeah, that cucumber one that I had the other month, that was something very different. Yeah, my stomach afterwards. Oof. Then again, I had one the other day, a celebration ale, and literally for an hour afterwards, I was in absolute agony, and the gas just wrenched my whole system, and I was in a really on the settee, really struggling. Yeah. So it's been a while since I've had this. It's possibly 2 years now. I remember getting an ultimate selection box from St Peters, but I also bought Beers of Christmas from Beers of Europe, based in Norfolk as well. I'm sure they are. And so I had a few beers, a few Christmas ales, and it's still for me one of the very best Christmas ales. It's going to be very interesting when I review the winter ale, which will probably be tomorrow night, because certain beers jump the queue. A beer, you get beers and it's like that beer's getting to the top of the queue. And usually it's down to ABV, if I'm being brutally honest. But sometimes it's just the fact that that beer just excites the hell out of me. So it's been a good chat, one way, but not most chats one way on YouTube. Unless you're doing lives, obviously, which are coming. Ooh, can't wait. Would I drink it again? Always the big question. Yes, I would. Always. Yes. I still think it's a great beer. I would love to have it on cask or even mini keg. Did they do mini kegs? Christmas ale mini kegs? Can't remember. Mini keg is the closest thing to cask. That's interesting. Maybe next year. Out of 5 for me. I still think it's an amazing beer. Maybe not as amazing as I thought it was. Taste buds change, palates change. The day you drink it, the temperature you drink it. At room temperature, different beast altogether. All these things make a difference. The fact that I absolutely love the beer tells you, out of 5 for me. Not that scores matter in the grand scheme of things, but a good 4.55 out of 5. Yeah. Cracking beer. And again, massive thank you to Mr. Beery, Beast in the East. Thank you. And that's it for the review. Right, I've got to go back up the arse now and put some dinner on because me and the wife are starving. It's like 9:30. Cheers. She's doing cakes, by the way.